Now, firstly, at what pace is Otavi moving in terms of development?
If I can, if I can allude to the development and what states Otavi is in terms of development is since we have been elected as councillors starting towards the end of 2020, we have done stakeholder engagements, and we have also then looked at what are the projects that have already commenced, what are the projects on the ground, and we also then, based on our stakeholders engagement, have find out that, have made some crucial observations that in youth unemployment was high, and crime, and in land delivery we have also observed that the ultra low and the low income group, there is no land available for the low income and the ultra low income group. And then also that's why we have also felt that we should start with informal settlement upgrade. We should then, we have also looked at the infrastructure. The roads was also a challenge, and water infrastructure. And that's our assessment of development was based on infrastructure and also social development. We have also realized that the ownership of the community did not actually own the development in the town. The gap that was there between the council and the community. And that's what we have found on the ground.
Now, Otavi alongside Grootfontein and Hoaeb constitutes Namibia's main maize triangle, a relatively high rainfall area with a flourishing agriculture sector. Why is Otavi finding it challenging to become a breadbasket of the region?
Otavi, what we can say in terms of Otavi is finding itself in the maize triangle, but as we all know, because most of the farmers surrounding Otavi was doing dryland farming, but with the drought and the rain was not so dependable anymore, many farmers have then stopped irrigating and planting maize. That have made 10 Otavi, Hoaeb, and Grootfontein into the maize triangle. And it's only those who do use the pivots to irrigate, those who have enough water. But we also as Otavians have, because of our strategic location and also where we are located, and based on our needs and strengths, we have created a dream of becoming an urban agricultural hub, whereby we have, the council have purchased two portions of farms, 150 hectares on the northern direction and 230 in the southern direction of the town. We have purchased land. And then we have earmarked the land in the northern direction for horticulture projects and agriculture, so that we could we can also supply. We can go into horticulture and agricultural development, whereby people in our town can start learning the skills of producing own food. And to enhance that, we have also created what we call a community garden near Kapenbo informal settlement. That community garden is going to be the incubation hub whereby we are going to train community members there in backyard garden and how to produce own food without depending for food on government. So we are also in as the council, we are in the process of acquiring and a portion of a farm that is also bordering our town. This we have requested for evaluation so that it's a 10,000 hectare farm. We have a request for a government valuation so that we can start negotiating with the owner of the farm so that we can then purchase through the government this farm so that we can on this farm we can demarcate plots for those for the people who want to go into agriculture. For example, 2 hectare, 5 hectare, 10 hectare plots, whereby the community members and preferably youth who want to go into agriculture can then own a piece of land where they can do agriculture. And that farm is also having already established irrigation a farm whereby we can continue also planting our maize and our wheat so that our people can eat what they produce. So basically, we as Otavians, we are having a dream of capitalizing on that our needs of finding ourselves in the maize triangle and also the strengths that we have for fertile soil and underground water.
All right. I also wanted you mentioned something about the youth, and I would like to know as well what programs are in place to empower the youth, looking at the fact that there has been such a cry out throughout the country, in terms of youth wanting opportunities, now specifically just for your town.
Yeah. Okay. We have in collaboration and partnership with B2 Gold, we have started a program what we call Be Your Own Boss. It's a 12-month training, SME training program. That program have targeted around 19, but we have completed with 21 youth. It's a program whereby 21 youth were taken through a 12-month program in SME development and entrepreneurship. So this was one of the ways how we wanted to really also go into youth development and see how we can assist our youth. So that program have just ended. The first phase of the program have ended, and 21 youth have graduated after this 12-month training, SME training program. And then they got a startup capital, and then there is another remaining funds that they can request for in terms of maybe if it's about they will need to buy some for operations, or in case they will need to buy some other equipment. That is one of it. And we have also, as a council, donated an office space for the 121 youth enterprise of Otavi who got funds from the government. We have given them an office space to operate, and then we are also, they have established a company, and the council is also making use of their services because they are an event management company. So whenever we have events, we will give them preference, and as we are also organizing now, coming 25th to 28th, we are having what we call mayoral kitty. Usually they say mayoral cup, but in our context, it's mayoral kitty. And we are going to have a youth conference on the 25th of September. We are going to kick off with a youth conference whereby we are going to invite all the service providers that provide services to the youth. We want to expose our youth to the opportunities that are out there. So what is going to happen during the youth conference is all the NIBDBs, the National Youth Service, all the youth, those who are having providing services to the youth will be here that day, and then there will be motivational speakers, there will be presenters, and there will be those who are coming to showcase the services they can provide to the youth. And during that time, we really want to also connect the youth to services that are out there, and then it's going to end with sports, and it's going to then also have there's also going to be a music concert. So this is an event whereby we want to really just bring the youth together and let the youth be exposed to what is out there, and we want to also engage the youth. We want to hear what are the other services that the youth need in which areas, and how we can capacitate the youth. So basically, we are also working on creating facilities for recreational facilities for the youth. The council soon it will be out there in the newspapers that we go request for expression of interest for the rehabilitation of the swimming pool, so that youth can also have recreational facilities. And the council is also in the process of establishing a park with an outside, with an open air gym, where many of the young people can also come and then gym there. And so those are kind of some of the youth development initiatives we have created as a council to make create an environment where youth can also flourish.
I also wanted to know, since housing has been such a big crisis in some of the towns, and it is some of the municipalities have taken this very, very seriously to put it on their agenda. I would also like to know what the council has put in place to tackle the housing issue in Otavi.
Okay, in terms of housing, we knowing that under the key social priority that housing and land delivery is key social priority area number 7 under the Swabobati Manifesto Implementation Plan. We have the council have signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with a National Housing Action Group to upgrade informal settlements and to also service. We have also allocated 15 airmen that we have also given to National Housing Action Group. We have also donated 100 airmen to Shack Dwellers Federation. And we are now in the process of building 30 houses through the Build Together program. And when we have, as a council, we have, as I alluded to earlier, we have identified the challenge of there is a lack of houses and land for the ultra low and the low income groups. That is why we have signed an MOU with a National Housing Action Group, and then we have started with an informal settlement upgrade program, so that we can avail land and plots for the low and the ultra low income group. In Kabenbo, Kabenbo is an informal settlement. We have planned 705 erven there. 705 erven that they are planned, and there is a layout plan, and erven are already set out. People are sitting there on their own erven. Narusep is another informal settlement where we have also commenced with upgrading. There are 424 plots in Narusep, and also Harambe. So in Harambe and Narusep, informal settlements enumeration exercise have been completed, and part of the Narusep informal settlement has been surveyed. The layout is currently being digitized, and however, due to issues of congestion and encroachment on the oxidation pond, people have grabbed land. These people from Harambe informal settlement have grabbed land around the oxidation pond, and they are now sitting in the buffer zones of the oxidation ponds. So therefore, we have also identified an area that we call the reception area, where we are going to accommodate move some of the people that are finding themselves in the buffer zone of the oxidation pond, and also some of them are from Narusep. So they are going to move we have made provision in the reception area, and some of them are going to move to Kabenbo. So in terms of housing, I can also say that Otavi is having 705 serviced plots. So we in Otavi don't have a challenge of serviced land. We do have serviced land. It is just that it was not affordable for the low income and the ultra low income group. That is the majority in our town. So in terms of housing and land, that's what I can say. We have actually also New Gairo is an informal settlement that we have now. We are bringing the last services for it to be now a fully fledged informal settlement.
Also, lastly, I would just want to ask, what are some of the plans that the town council has put in place, short-term and long-term, to tackle some of the challenges? And do we also expect the town to have an expo very soon, so that perhaps those who would like to invest in the town have that opportunity?
Okay, long-term and short-term goals, okay, and expo. Yes, what I can say is, you see, we have created a dream, what we call Otavi dream. And this dream, what we call Otavi, is a dream of a sustainably developed town we all can be proud of and we all can call home. It's a dream that we as a council and the residents of Otavi, whom we call Otavians, have put together. This dream rests on certain pillars, because we have realized for us to have a long-term developmental goals, we need the ownership, and also that the community members should come on board. this development and transformation can not only be driven by the council, but we should all own it. Therefore, we have said we have created pillars that on which this development and this dream will rest. First being the asset-based community development, whereby we inform the community members that they are assets. They care about something, they know something, they can do something. And when they bring their abilities, because they are not liabilities, but they have something that they can contribute to the development of the town. They should bring their skills and their abilities, what they care and know and what they can do, so that together we can then develop the town. Number two, we have said we should take ownership of the town. The town does not belong to the council. This town belongs to us all. This town does not belong to the government. This is our town. So we should own the town. And in owning the town, we should also own the challenges of the town and as well as solutions to the challenges of the town. Because the definition of community development basically says that when community members own their challenges and also the solutions to their challenges and they meet their needs with the minimal help from outside. We said so we should own this town and all of us should own the challenges of the town if we have to sustainably develop this town over a long time. And then we have said, okay, the number three, we should participate in development. Nobody should sit on the pavilion watching others play, but we all should join the team, find our positions and play for the team we love, the team called Otavi. So there should be participation. Every community member should participate, bring what he or she can, so that together we can. Because you find that when the leaders are elected, we are talking about the social contract we have, and the community members and the electorate can keep us accountable as leaders. But they have also their own patriotic responsibility as citizens of the nation and also citizens of this town. What is their role? What is their contribution? What is their patriotic responsibility? As much as we have been kept accountable as leaders, who keep them also accountable for their role to be responsible, patriotic citizens who must also take part. That is where the participation parts come in. And then we said we should bond as a community, because as the lowest ranked community on the development continuum is a divided and too dependent community. Such communities are not ready for sustainable and long-term development. Therefore, we should not be, and that's what we have in our stakeholder engagements and whenever we have opportunity to speak to the community members, we are always informing them that we should bond as a community. We should not be divided by politics, not by tribe, neither by tribe or religion. We should bond and we should hold hands as Otavians and address our challenges. That's the only way we can sustainably develop our town. And then our development should be holistic. We cannot only focus on housing and land and infrastructure, but it should be holistic. We should think of social development. We should think of paradigm shift. We should think of some of the challenges that the young people are facing in terms of drugs and alcohol abuse. We should also think of addressing it. We should think of ideological barriers. We should think of things like dependency and entitlement